Hello everyone, my name is Sara and I am one of the people who has been running the podcast series for NOVAsia. Today we're sitting down with 4 people from Indonesia and they're going to tell us about their culture and what brought them to South Korea. So without further ado, here we go.
I guess where we're going to start is, why did everyone come to South Korea?
Okay, who wants to start?
You first start.
I'll start. Okay, I'll start. The reason why I came to Korea was actually a dream of me like 4 years even before coming. So in Indonesia, we kind of like, I don't know how about you guys, but like at least for the people around me, kind of have a stereotype of like, if you go to Korea, that means like you're either studying to like do plastic surgery or you're just way too in love with K-pop and all those stuff. I kind of fall into the category of like, okay, I like K-pop, that's why I came. But for a defense, because I did a legit like 6 months research of it, the reason why I want to come to Korea is like within, like K-pop only started in like around the 90s, and within like 20-30 years, like right now K-pop is literally like sitting on Billboard charts. And that is something that like not a lot of people have, like, you know, not a lot of countries can do. And so I'm here to like actually learn like how in the world did this small country can compete with like the superpower countries such as like US itself. So that's why I came here, because my goal was to like, when I come and then I take everything that I can to learn, and then I want to bring it back to Indonesia. Because Indonesia, as we can see, like we have so many people and so many potential, so many talents. And if like South Korea can do it, like imagine if Indonesia can do it, like with those many people, because there are so many smart people in Indonesia. It's just that like a lot of people felt like they're not appreciated enough. So I want to be that platform where like, no, you are appreciated and like you're allowed to be as creative as you want. So that's actually why I came to Korea in the first place.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
It's way simpler for me. No, because I didn't know what I wanted to study, but I mean, my parents, they wanted me to go overseas just for the experience, you know? So at that point, I was already learning Korean for a while, a few years maybe. So yeah, since I speak the language to some extent, I thought I can just go to Korea. Then I chose the major, then I chose the university. That's why I got here. Because I didn't know what else to do.
Was like learning Korean part of like your schooling, or is that just something you did on the side?
In my school, we had to learn a foreign language other than English. And we had a lot of options. Korean was one of them. Since I was interested in, well, K-pop anyways, that's what I took. And it turned out to be doable for me. So yeah, that's how I started learning Korean.
That's awesome. So it's your third language then?
Yes, yeah.
Whoa. I'm here and I can't speak Korean, so like, I'm in awe. And you too?
We got similar though. Do you want to go first or should I?
You can go first.
Okay. So I got a scholarship to here. Before I go to Korea, I was working at the Korea Tourism Organization back in Jakarta. And before that, I was taking Korean studies as my major at University of Indonesia. So that's kind of how I got into Korea at first. And then I applied for the scholarship this year and I got it. And I quit my job and got here. That's the short story.
Wow.
Yeah, quite same with Kezia. I also got scholarship from a Korean company here. So I continue master degree after graduate from University of Indonesia too. We coming from same undergraduate. And I also, like experienced Korean a lot back in undergraduate. I went to summer course or conference in Kodae, and that's kind of experience and networking provide me, like why I don't go to Korea for master degree. And Yonsei is one of the best for its sustainability study. So I go.
So now I have to ask, is the University of Indonesia, is that like a really good university? Is it well known? Because both of you
you know how Koreans see SNU graduates as like, oh my god, an SNU graduate.
That's the same thing as University of Indonesia. Like with the yellow jackets and everything.
They have this,
I mean, yes,
jacket.
if you look at them, they're like laughing and everything. But like this comes from like the University of Indonesia students, and this comes from
That's
the
what we
outsiders.
see.
We're like,
Like,
Like, oh, smart people.
There are a lot of University of Indonesian students here. Like probably all of my, the person I know so far from Yonsei, they were from University of Indonesia for master degrees. Like that.
Yeah, and even like last semester, last semester there were two exchange students from University of Indonesia too, because like I'm pretty much in charge of like the Indonesian
Yonsei
students.
students. She's
Yeah, I'm kind of like in charge.
the banjang.
Ah.
Like the leader.
No, I'm not the boss. But I'm just the one who's like
In charge.
connecting. Like if the embassy asks for anyone, then like I will try to gather all of their information. I won't say the leader. I guess you're the leader, but I guess the leader. But so if any one of you haven't contacted me, please do so that I can report you to the embassy so that your existence will be
Indonesian
an
Yonsei students, if you see this, please contact Naira.
somehow get to me.
Yay.
Thank you.
Have you guys contacted?
Links in the description.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because there's like 75 people in the group, so I'm sorry guys.
That was a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded like a little advertisement.
It's not an advertisement, it's for the safety of everyone.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I
a very
totally understand.
that's very
That's
leader of you.
like a very
Yeah.
diplomatic word. I should be a governor or something.
But do you know, like currently, Korea have a lot of exposure for Indonesian who want to continue their master degree. Like I thought that maybe back in the past 5 years or 10 years, like there are a little less Indonesian come to here, but now a lot of Indonesian want to pursue master degree here because they have better higher education in Asia can compete with European and American.
That's
stuff.
true. And I'm not sure if I'm right. I might be wrong, but like Indonesian people used to be very close-minded because like what I said earlier about like the idea like of you coming to Korea means you either love K-pop way too much that you want to study here or you want to learn about plastic surgery. But I guess now Indonesian people's mind like are starting to open up towards Korea. And I think it's just because all this time like the information that we get from Korea is only K-pop, and more K-pop. And then like even tourism will kind of like they will have a special course, don't they? Like special like idols course. So like going to this film site, going to that film site, and so like people are just like, well, that's only K-pop. Well, people sometimes forget that Samsung is from Korea too. Something like that, I think. Yeah.
So, when I initially invited you all onto the podcast, I asked if there was anything you wanted to bring to show us.
Oh, yeah.
Did anyone happen to pick something up, or maybe is wearing something?
Well, I'm wearing
I'm pretty much also wearing something too.
Yeah.
Should I take it up? I think I should. Huh?
Yeah,
you need to
show
show it.
This is really pretty.
Okay.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Kabaya, right?
Yes, kabaya.
I bring this too.
I have like so many colors of this. Like I have this black, pink, yellow, blue.
It's
All the rainbow
basically
colors.
the traditional clothes for Indonesian, and we use it for when we go to events or
Formal
like
events.
graduation. We also wear
Graduations.
kabaya.
But if I can say that it is very specifically for Javanese or
Yeah,
ones
the
of
thing
the
is-
the thing with
ethnicity
Indonesia-
from Java Island, but outside Java Island they have different things. Yeah, but
have-
still it's
We
national.
have a lot of like traditional costumes. Most
Yeah.
countries they have like a few, right? Maybe they slightly differ within regions. But Indonesia, because basically our history is we were many kingdoms who brought together due to like oppression.
Yeah.
So we have extremely different styles of traditional clothing from the very east to the very west.
Yeah.
And this happens to be our what is it
We
like?
happen to come from the same land.
This is like the main land, if I say so myself.
Yeah.
The main island. Yeah, main
Yeah.
island. So it became the representative. If we have to choose one, then it would be this. But if you look up Indonesian traditional costumes,
There's
like
a lot.
hundreds of them.
if you know
Yeah.
Bali, everyone knows in Bali
Bali.
more than they know Indonesia. Sadly,
Where
Yeah, yeah,
do you
yeah.
know Indonesia?
I experienced
do you know
a lot of that.
Bali?
They know Bali,
it's
but not
Indonesia in
Indonesia.
Bali. Let me clear it out. Bali is
Bali is
in
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
God, Woo!
I experienced that a lot.
Yeah,
like, have
thanks,
you
I'm
been
from
to Indonesia?
GSS, I
No,
know
no,
this.
no. I've been to Bali.
So yeah, like if you go to Bali, they have extremely different traditional traditional wear than this. Maybe the daily one is the same, but their very ceremonial one, it
Yeah.
looks very different. Lots of gold, and this is
This is
also
more of like casual.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
more casual version of what this could be. When it's like full blown, it's a lot of glitz and glam,
Yeah.
a lot of golds,
Yeah.
accessories.
Oh, especially for my ethnicity,
Where
like
the-
normally they use
Okay, I
baju
got it.
kurung is like more Islamic Islamic one because like Sumatra have experience Islamic culture.
Interesting.
Yeah, one of the kebaya that I wear for my graduation.
Ah.
Yeah, and
Do you mind
this.
holding it up so we can see
Oh yeah,
it?
yeah, sure. Well, you obviously wear something inside it.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks so delicate.
It is. It makes you feel very feminine.
It makes
'cause
you
it's
feel like a lady.
dainty. Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow.
This is actually the bottom. It's like a skirt.
Yeah.
It's made from batik.
Straight skirt.
Yeah.
Sometimes you use just like
I customly made
wrapped
this. Yeah.
fabric.
Usually just from a fabric and you kind of wrap it around you. But this one is
a skirt.
yeah, this one is a skirt. I made it by myself. No, not by myself. I mean, like, I made
Customized.
it customized for me. Yeah.
That's so amazing.
I
So
tell
like,
you-
are they handmade, or do you go out and like buy them, or
Some of them like you can make, like you can cut, like just like how you customize a dress, like you customize a kebaya.
Yeah.
And then some of them are just like stocks, like they already have it, so you can just like buy it straight.
okay?
It's a lot of things. You know how like hanbok in Korea, they have like hanbok designers. You can get like a designer kebaya as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
that's true.
yeah.
And this is more of like a little bit like glam because it's like it has glams, but then like
With the bling, you know?
but like some still
As you
like
can see.
very, what is it, like polos? What is that?
Plain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
More
like there are
casual?
like wedding kebayas where it's like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
laces.
So glamorous.
Yeah, kind of like laces like this, right? Like
Yeah.
like super like lace and everything. But wearing kebaya can be very uncomfortable, especially for girls, because the skirts are usually very tight, and by
Yes,
tight I mean tight.
Okay, I trust you on that.
Because some of the people were like, well, I mean back then, like you couldn't even walk properly. Like these days, like I have a customized kebaya back home where I have like a high-low cut for the skirt. So like I can walk freely, I can run, I can jump, but like back then, yeah, the comfortable ones. But like usually it's like very tight because like it's just a fabric being wrapped around you. Yeah.
Also, they're wearing our like national
Yeah.
like
National clothes.
textile.
Yep.
Just like how it is with traditional costumes, we have a lot of traditional textiles. There's this thing called tenun
Yeah.
as well, which is basically, it means woven. So we have a lot of woven fabrics as well. They're all really pretty. But the kebaya, this also happens to be from the main island. So I guess if you think like the national textile, it would be this.
Batik.
Yeah.
But like they are how you make them traditionally is you use like melted wax,
Yeah.
and you kind of draw using melted wax on the fabric, and then so certain parts of the fabric will be covered, right, in this like
pattern.
pattern, very interesting patterns, right? And you dye them, you dip the fabric, and then
The wax parts don't get colored.
yeah, the wax parts, they don't get colored, and then you basically wash away the wax parts, so it leaves the patterns on, like hers basically. This is like probably the simplest ones because it's one color, right?
Yeah.
So the real traditional ones, they're hand drawn. Sometimes they are like stamped on as well, but you know, these days we have a lot of printed batiks. But yeah, because it's very difficult to make, it's very it takes a lot of work to make. So the really good traditional ones cost a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really expensive. Yeah.
Traditional one, it costs a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys know how many types of batik there are?
I don't know, but
like
probably more than 100.
Probably, right?
Like
Yeah.
Megamendung, that's one I just
Batik
know.
There's like a
Batik
few
Madura, batik
iconic-
Parang,
Yeah,
batik.
that's true.
Yeah, there is. But to
Even-
be honest, I can differentiate it.
Yeah.
There are many types of it.
Yeah, even even batik is from main island Java, but right now other island, other ethnicity try to adapt this kind of textile too. Like they, like put their motif in on the way making batik from Papua or Sumatra. They have their own motif right
I
now
just knew.
too.
Right.
Yeah, like like Papuan batik, like Sumatran batik.
Because
they did that
from
right
a
the
long time ago.
motifs, they often have meanings as well. Where they come from, Java, certain patterns mean something. I actually don't know the details and I'm not proud of that. But yeah, the most iconic ones.
No, like you know a lot.
Well,
I mean, the fact that you don't know everything is not humiliating at all.
okay.
Because
Well,
there's just
yeah.
way too many
There's
batiks
just
out
so
there.
much, and they're all
honestly.
really pretty, really detailed, and I just love looking at it. It wows me every time. But yeah, they have different meanings for maybe like weddings and stuff like that. So we have a lot of culture that we really want to share with the world. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yes,
I
Indonesia
think
exists, guys.
we're underrated.
Not only Bali.
Yes, thank you.
Big when you guys say that in the video, we're gonna add, you won't see your faces. It'll just be big words.
Thank
Not only
you.
Bali.
Appreciate that.
No, because a lot of people when they thought of Indonesia, first of all, Indonesia is huge. Population is 287 million as of a few months ago. I don't know what is it like today. Because the thing is, like, whenever I see people, they're like, "Where is Indonesia?" And then I show them the map.
Right there.
Show the map, right? Like, if you go to a globe, like the little islands, like, guys, that's legit Indonesia.
No other countries look like Indonesia. You can easily
Yeah,
spot
yeah.
them in a map.
For sure, Indonesia is unique.
We
Yeah.
have like thousands of islands.
Yeah.
Do you know how many islands I counted?
17,000.
Guys.
17,400 something.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a huge number. I mean, like I can't even imagine like this number of islands in
Yeah,
the middle of the sea, and
We're
this
the
is a
biggest.
country.
Yeah, one country.
Was
we're the
mind-blowing.
biggest archipelago like countries consisting of islands. We're the biggest in the world. We're also like third or fourth most populated
Yeah.
country in
Fourth.
the world.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth. So the fact that not a lot of people know about Indonesia,
That
to
is
think
weird.
about it is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
frustrating because we're big, we're there, you know.
we exist.
Even we are a member of G20 too. Like G20.
Yeah.
But still, you need to work on that.
Yeah.
I guess when it comes to that, then like also we also have to work for like exposing our countries too, because I mean, yes, a lot of people are back home, but like we are the ones who are like overseas, and then like if we just stay quiet and everything, then like people won't know.
At
Big-
least now people know Rich Brian and Nikki.
Yeah.
They're probably the most famous people from our country.
Indonesia right now.
Jokowi is
Yeah.
also though, right?
Huh?
Jokowi.
Jokowi, our
yeah,
president.
well,
But Joko,
but
he's different though. He's the president.
pop
Yeah.
culture,
In
biggest
culture.
pop culture, biggest Indonesian like celebrities were probably Rich Brian and
Rich
Nikki.
Brian.
And yeah, I'm not a big fan of their music. Like that's just not the kind of music that I like. I don't hate them.
It's okay.
Who am I gay hate? But I like some of their songs. But it's just I don't really listen to rap. So, but I know that they've been incorporating like little bits and pieces of Indonesia in their performances. Nikki, she once sang the national anthem in the 88 Rising concert, and seeing that just makes me extremely proud of them. Even though like I may not listen to you all the time, but you do your thing, boo. Woo. Yeah, so proud.
And you brought something with you too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, this is
The golden treasure.
My God.
yeah.
Was that
You also have-
Soto special?
Our
I brought
Oh
Noodles.
yeah.
It's a very famous.
I'll hold on
If you
this one.
if you search about this in the YouTube, probably you're gonna find a lot.
It's
of videos
probably the
about it.
other famous thing from Indonesia, our instant noodles. And this brand in particular, wow, that's a lot of food.
I think no one in her podcast also brought some instant noodles, right?
Yeah, in our very first podcast, our guest also brought instant noodles.
That just
Really?
shows how important instant noodles are. Yeah, that just shows how important. Do you guys do you know how much is this in Indonesia? Because in Korea it's
Oh
like
my god.
it's like 6,000 rupiah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
6,000 or like 9,000.
So like
In
much
Indonesia, it's
more
around like
expensive.
2,000
Yeah.
rupiah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This in Indonesia is like
2,000 or
3,000?
2,000, 3,000. So
E-bag
in
one.
one is like e-bag one, sambac one.
Ibang one, some
300 ones. Which
Ah,
is
imported.
and they
Yeah.
still remove all the MSGs.
Ah, that's true.
actually
That's
the reason
true.
why I
That's
brought
true.
mine.
Yeah,
The taste
I
is
brought
so
this in,
different.
It is so different.
Yeah.
The first time I taste like the one that was made in Korea, I never felt
imported
super
ones.
healthy. An instant noodle. Because the taste, I mean, yes, the unhealthy comes from the taste. Like the taste here, it is like the more MSG
It
there
does
is.
taste unhealthy
Yeah.
though.
But
That's what makes
It's
it
really
good.
good. It's really good.
It's real
Yeah.
good.
I
This
feel
is,
like I'm in Mopan now.
this
I
is
mean, like,
like
if you guys haven't tried it, you should really try.
Yeah, you should.
Like
try.
not the imported ones.
Yeah, the original ones.
But
This
it's
is
going to be-
actually the ones that doesn't have broth in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I think
Why?
you probably will recognize this more than like the other two.
others.
Yeah.
Indomie
Because
goreng.
when they do like Indomie like mukbang or something,
They
they usually
yeah.
do the dry noodles. It's
Yeah.
called mie goreng.
Fried.
It means fried noodles.
Yep.
So it's
So that's bokkeumbap. Bokkeum.
bokkeumbyeon.
Mhm.
So like the original version is stir-fried noodles. You know, a lot of cultures have that. And these two are the soup ones. And for the soup ones, no, actually, they have like various dry ones as well.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of traditional flavors these days.
Mhm.
From, you know, because as I said, a lot of cultures mixed together. We have like completely different cuisines
Right.
across the country. So this company, they make flavors inspired by those flavors, those traditional flavors, and a lot of them are really good. But this one happens to be my favorite. This is like
Ah.
Soto.
Soto is like, it's a soup basically.
Yeah.
It's-
Yellow soup. Indonesian yellow soup.
Traditional.
Mhm.
Yeah, traditional. There's a lot of versions of this dish as well, like the real dish. But this one, it's colored with turmeric, but it's not like curry. Because curry tends to be like thicker. And
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
like clear soup, but it's yellow.
Clear yellow soup.
Yeah.
It's like something you eat when you're not feeling good. Or like when you're feeling sick.
Yeah.
Soto is like the go-to meal, I guess.
It's like chicken soup, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
comforting chicken soup kind of.
Yeah.
Chicken yellow soup.
Rainy season at night.
No, but for rainy season, I eat
Indomie.
bakso though.
No, Indomie.
No, bakso. You know, like on
I
rainy
prefer
days,
soto at night.
you eat
on a rainy
bakso
day.
and you start crying.
No, what?
I don't know.
But bakso is
Yeah.
still one of the best ones. Yeah.
Bakso is the best.
Bakso is like a meatball,
Yeah.
like with a soup,
Meatball
yeah, and also
sauce.
noodles.
How do you explain bakso?
It's-
Does anyone know how to explain
It's
bakso?
meatballs.
Meatball.
Yeah.
Basically, to simply
yeah.
put it. But you know
A
how
different
like
vibe.
spaghetti, like meatballs, they are like pure meat.
This one is.
Our meatballs, they're usually mixed with flour. There are like several different types, but generally that's how you make it: minced meat and flour. And they have different textures as well. Some are
Yeah.
really smooth. Some are more like rough, like
Textury,
more
yeah.
minced meat.
Some of them have eggs inside.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. There's a lot
Yeah.
of them, but basically the texture, it has more like bite into it rather than like most meatballs that you know that's just like minced meat and you bite into it, it's just like meat. It's a very good texture.
Yeah. And
we
one
should
thing.
just put a picture of bakso in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
should put that.
We should.
We can help you
Uh,
look it up.
Yeah, we can help look it up.
But
And-
yeah.
And some people very like to put limes in the soto, you know, like
Oh,
some
yeah.
of
Ah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
That's
very
really good.
interesting. I like to put limes in.
I don't
soto.
like. For me, I don't
really?
like.
I like limes or
Yeah.
vinegars.
I like
put
it.
a lot
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
put
too.
some.
in the soup. I think,
Did you
yeah.
have lunch?
Yeah.
Or you?
Oh, there's
I
an
had the lunch,
Indonesian
that's why I
restaurant
didn't suffer.
here.
Is
There's
there
an
actually?
Indonesian restaurant here down in Sinchon. It's
Yeah.
called Bali Bistro.
Why have you
Ah,
never taken me?
I've never been there.
But I think they not sell bakso though. Bakso but join.
The one that sells
That
bakso
would
is in
be-
Myeongdong.
Ah,
Myeongdong sells bakso.
Yeah.
Is it any good? Balik
It is pretty
It's
good.
the most. I think for me, out of all of the restaurants in Korea, that is like the most legit one.
Yeah.
What
They
is
have-
called?
Balik Bistro.
No.
No.
In the Myeongdong.
Baso.
Bakso Bejo.
Bakso
But my
Bejo.
friend told me that it had been moved to Itaewon right now. You know, no, it's not
What?
Myeongdong right now. It had been you know like sometimes happen. Something happened. Like,
Oh well, I mean, it's still in. It's still in
But
Seoul.
basically that one.
yeah,
That one's good.
Bakso
They have
Bejo.
pempek.
Oh, really?
Wow,
They have
that's interesting.
They have pempek.
I think
Well, don't risk your life for Indonesian food.
They're like, most of them are
Usually.
spicy. And this is basically chili.
Chili.
It's
Yeah.
like let me show.
Bonsabe.
Bon
It's like-
Chabe.
Unpaid.
Oh yeah, the blogger way.
Beauty blog.
Oh yeah.
They're
Right.
like nature-born bloggers.
But yeah, those are, you know how Japanese people have like furikake?
Yeah.
They have like this flakes that they spread with rice. This you don't just put into rice. You can put it into anything you want, literally anything you want.
I ate this with Indomie actually.
That's
You
good.
can-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
You can mix that with everything, but they're just like chili
Spicy.
powder with seasonings.
Spicy.
Yeah, okay.
And you can see there's level to it. This one is level 30. I think
Oh, I
it
can't-
goes
I
from
like that.
I can't.
10 to 50, I guess. I don't know.
It goes. It
There's
goes up
a
to
lot.
50.
What?
I mean,
I don't
I
know.
know this is not the spiciest one. I don't like
Are you
there's
crazy?
other.
We Indonesians like our food
Spicy.
extremely spicy.
Yeah, a different kind of spice with Korean. The Korean food is also spicy, but I think
It's a
It's
yeah.
So the difference
Yeah.
It's
between Korean spice and Indonesian spice, because I once ate like in an Indonesian restaurant with my Korean friend, and then so for Korean spice, usually it gets spicy on the throat. So like when you eat it, it's spicy on the throat. This like Indonesian spice is spicy in the flavor. So the flavor is spicy, so it gets really hot on your tongue. But once you swallow it, like you don't feel anything in your throat. So like that's pretty much the difference. So like for Korean spice, it's more of like the sensation. I
It's
guess.
like your lips gets red when you eat like too spicy of like yum chicken, you know? When you put like the stuff in,
and like
it hurts
throat
your
hurts.
lips. But Indonesian, it's just like
Flavor.
spices. That's why it's spicy.
And even like Indonesian sambal is a lot. Sambal terasi, sambal
Yeah.
matah,
Yeah, that's
sambal
Sambal
jumbo,
lado.
sambal.
And what sambal is basically chili paste. This is
Yeah.
like a pre-packaged version of it. This is one version that is mixed with shrimp paste. Yeah, some
Yeah.
sort of shrimp paste. Terasi.
Terasi.
It's called terasi.
Is terasi shrimp paste?
Yeah, yeah.
Some people doesn't think it smells pleasant, but it's really good for most of us.
Really with anything.
But yeah,
like
we have a
fried
lot.
chicken.
Again, different cultures, different cuisines.
But you cannot find it in Korea, right?
Oh no,
A little
barely.
bit difficult,
okay.
and it's
It's
going to be expensive.
I'll help you. It's gonna be expensive,
Mhm.
but if you go
It's
to
there.
Itaewon
oh my
in the
God.
international market, you can find a lot of things there. They also for you guys too, if you guys feel like missing home and like you want to cook, they have in the international market in Itaewon, like they have. Do you guys know bamboo bamboo?
Oh,
They have a lot of that bamboo in Itaewon.
oh, nice.
Mm.
It's like instant
Spice.
instant spice mix
Yeah.
for a lot of Indonesian
For-
dishes.
For instance, for
So
like
it's
yeah.
like
fried.
default spice mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For nasi goreng, just put rice and put the spice in, and I think you're good.
It's like salt and pepper, I guess.
Yeah.
Coming in
Oh!
the package.
No. It's like how you have like instant like bulgogi marinade
Yeah.
or like yum marinade or something. It's more like that. There's a lot of variants, so not like one spice mix.
Oh.
It's just the brand.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we have. I like Indonesia. No, I like Korean food a lot as well, but it's just very different with Indonesian food, in terms of flavors especially. So that's why I have this, because this is like very Indonesian of a flavor. The imported version doesn't compare. So
yeah.
Wait, so
I'm
feels
so
like,
sorry.
You brought it from Indonesia? Or?
Yes.
Oh my
it
god.
feels like
Do the same
this
thing.
is the representation of
Yours.
your homesickness
Yeah.
on the
Exactly.
table.
I mean,
only bring few of them, and it's already finished, completed.
When I first came, I brought like this in one side of the suitcase. So one side of the suitcase is all this.
Wow. Why you don't just bring a box? You know, like it's.
I would if I can.
Because I was coming with my parents, and then and then they brought it for me basically.
Okay.
Thanks, Pa. Thanks, Ma.